Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're diving into Mark Roberge's The Sales Acceleration Formula.
Oh, good one.
It's all about how HubSpot went from, well, a small startup
Right.
to a multi-billion-dollar company.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be focusing on how you can use their secrets to level up your sales game,
Exactly.
no matter where you are in your journey.
That's the cool part.
Yeah.
Roberge's approach is all about ditching, the gut feelings and using data to make decisions.
Data-driven sales.
Yeah. He even says your CRM, like your customer relationship management system,
Right.
should be the tool you use most, even more than email.
Whoa, more than email. That's a bold statement.
It is.
Why is so much emphasis on CRM?
Well, because it's the key. It's like the key to your sales success.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Traditional sales, it's like shooting arrows in the dark.
Okay, yeah.
You might get lucky.
Right.
But with a CRM, it's like you've got this guided missile system for your sales.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So how do we actually use data to actually steer our sales strategy?
Well, Roberge breaks it down into three main things.
Okay.
First, you got to define your ideal customer profiles.
ICPs.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard of those.
So it's not about selling to everyone.
Right.
It's about pinpointing, using data, which customers are most likely to buy.
And the most profitable, I bet.
And the most profitable, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He gives an example like HubSpot.
Yeah.
They realized
Mm-hmm.
they could sell to all these businesses, small and large,
Mm-hmm.
but their sweet spot
Yeah.
was companies with 20 to 200 employees.
Interesting.
That kind of insight, that can change everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So once you know who you're targeting, what's the next step?
All right, so next you got to track your key performance metrics.
Okay.
We're talking like conversion rates, how long it takes to close a deal,
Yeah.
the lifetime value of a customer, all that.
So it's like having a dashboard for your sales engine.
Exactly. You can see what's working, what needs a little tweaking.
So are we talking spreadsheets, charts? Like, how do we keep track of all this?
You could use spreadsheets.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's some great tools, CRM features just for this.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of CRMs, they'll track your conversion rate
Okay.
at each stage of the sales funnel.
Right.
You can see where you might be losing people.
That makes sense. Now, can data help us predict future sales?
Absolutely. That's where the third thing comes in. Predictive modeling.
Ooh, predictive modeling. Sounds fancy.
It's powerful.
Okay.
So instead of guessing,
Right.
you use historical data
Uh-huh.
to forecast future trends.
Interesting.
Like imagine knowing about market shifts or like seasonal changes
Oh, yeah.
before they happen.
That sounds almost like a superpower, but is it really that complex?
It can be,
Okay.
but Roberge explains it really well.
Okay, good.
Like one example he gives is using data to predict customer churn.
Ah, churn. Losing customers.
Yeah, so by analyzing past behavior, you can spot patterns
Right.
that indicate someone might be thinking of leaving.
So you can reach out to them.
Yeah, proactively address their concerns.
That's smart, like preventative maintenance.
Exactly. And he found companies using this, they reduced churn by 15%.
Wow, 15%. That's a lot. So we've talked data, but what about the people?
The sales team.
Yeah, Roberge has some interesting ideas on building a high-performing team, right?
He does, and this might surprise you.
Okay.
He says skills
Yeah.
are more important than experience when hiring.
Really?
Yeah, he argues that in today's world, being able to learn fast, adapt to change, empathize with customers,
Yeah.
those are crucial.
I get the skills part, but doesn't experience give you a certain intuition?
It does. Experience is valuable, but Roberge found
Uh-huh.
those intuitive skills, you can teach those.
Okay.
What's harder to teach is that hunger for knowledge,
Right.
that willingness to embrace new things.
So we're looking for salespeople who are adaptable, eager to learn, and care about solving problems.
Exactly.
Now, what about training? How do we get everyone up to speed on best practices?
Standardized training programs are key,
Okay.
but not just any training.
Right.
Training that's based on data and constantly refined.
Always evolving.
Yeah, at HubSpot,
Yeah.
they were constantly looking at sales performance data
Interesting.
and then tweaking the training based on what was actually working.
So they use data not just for strategy,
Right.
but also for how they develop their team.
Exactly. And that leads to another important point. Ongoing feedback and evaluation.
Yeah, feedback is crucial for growth.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely, but it's not just about pointing out what's wrong.
Right.
It's about using data to identify areas for improvement
Okay.
and then tailoring your coaching to each individual's needs.
So you're empowering the team to be their best.
Yes. Using data as a guide, not a weapon.
I love that. So we've got data, the team, the training, but there's got to be more. How is Roberge's approach different from, like, traditional sales?
Well, this is where HubSpot really made their mark.
Oh.
They fully embrace something called inbound sales.
Inbound sales. Okay. Tell me more.
It's like turning traditional sales on its head.
All right, I'm intrigued.
Instead of chasing leads with cold calls and pushy tactics.
Right, the old way.
Inbound sales is all about attracting customers to you.
Okay, so how do you do that? Is this where marketing comes in?
It's bigger than just marketing. It's a mindset shift. It's about providing value up front.
Right.
Building trust.
I see.
Becoming a trusted advisor, not just a salesperson.
So you're not interrupting them with a pitch.
Yeah.
You're giving them something valuable they actually want.
Exactly. And that's where content marketing is huge.
Okay.
So we're talking informative blog posts, helpful guides, ebooks, webinars.
All that good stuff.
Things that address your ideal customer's pain points and offer real value.
I mean, that sounds like a lot of work. How do you manage all that content creation?
Technology is your best friend here.
Okay.
Tools like CRMs and marketing automation platforms.
Right.
They let you track customer interactions, nurture leads, personalize the journey.
Whoa, hold on. Are you saying technology can tailor the experience for each lead?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Like imagine someone downloads your ebook, your CRM tags them as interested in that topic,
Okay.
and then triggers follow-up emails with more resources.
That's pretty cool.
It's like having a personal assistant for every lead.
You can see what they're reading, what they're clicking on.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
And the best part? Real-time analytics.
Oh, yeah.
You can see what's working, what's not.
Uh-huh.
Adjust your strategies on the fly.
It's like having your finger on the pulse of your entire sales process.
Exactly.
So we've got the data, the team, the tech, but how do we make sure this success is, like, sustainable as we grow?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll pick up in part 2 of this deep dive.
Stay tuned.
All right, so picking up where we left off, scaling for growth, it's about, not doing everything yourself.
Right.
Like imagine cloning your top salesperson.
Okay.
Not literally, of course.
Right.
But capturing their knowledge, replicating their success.
So anyone, even a new hire, could get those same results.
Exactly. It's about documenting those winning processes.
Okay.
Creating a sales playbook, like a roadmap for the customer journey.
So it's like a step-by-step guide, no guesswork.
Precisely. Everyone's on the same page.
Makes sense.
Even as you grow, you're not starting from scratch.
So it scales with you.
Yeah. It's like a franchise model. You got the recipe.
Okay, I see that. But what about when things change? Like markets shift, new tech comes out, customer needs evolve.
That's where continuous iteration comes in.
Okay.
Roberge isn't saying set it and forget it.
Right.
Your playbook, it's a living document.
Gotta keep it updated.
You're always refining it based on, what's actually happening.
So constantly analyzing the data.
Exactly. Tracking those metrics. Looking for ways to improve.
Like maybe a certain email subject line gets way more opens.
Right. Or a sales script closes more deals.
You got to use that data to tweak the playbook.
That's the beauty of it.
Always getting better.
You can be agile, responsive.
Which is crucial in today's world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's another key aspect to scaling.
Okay, what's that?
Breaking down silos between teams.
Right. We touched on that before. Sales, marketing, customer service, all working together.
Exactly. It's about creating that unified customer experience.
Not just treating sales as its own island.
Roberge is big on this. Sales acceleration. It's not just the sales team's job.
It's a team sport.
It needs that strong collaboration across everyone who touches the customer.
So aligned goals, shared metrics.
Exactly. Think of it like a relay race.
Okay.
Marketing gets the lead, passes it to sales to close, then customer service takes over.
Each playing their part.
But it's that smooth handoff that really makes things go fast.
It's not just about closing deals then.
Right. It's about building those lasting relationships.
Happy customers come back for more.
For sure. And when those teams are aligned, sharing data, that's when the magic happens.
You create this, like, seamless, personalized experience.
Leading to happier customers.
More loyalty. More revenue.
Makes sense. But how does this collaboration, actually play out? Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say marketing creates this amazing ebook. Tons of leads come in.
Okay.
Instead of just giving sales a list of names, they share data about what each lead engaged with.
So Do they read about lead generation or maybe social media marketing?
Exactly. So sales can tailor their approach.
Based on the lead's actual interest.
And then, once the sale's made,
Uh-huh.
customer service can use that same data to personalize onboarding.
So it's tailored support from day one.
It's this integrated approach. It creates a flywheel effect.
Not just acquiring customers, but nurturing them.
Building those long-term relationships.
That's powerful. It is. Now, let's circle back to inbound sales for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, this is about attracting customers, not chasing them.
Right. HubSpot really pioneered that approach. It's fascinating how it works.
So it's about creating that valuable content, drawing people in, establishing yourself as the expert.
Guiding them through the process without being pushy.
Exactly. Instead of a sales pitch,
Yeah.
you're giving them something they actually want.
It's all about value.
Right. And that's where content marketing comes in.
Blog posts, ebooks, all of that.
All of it, addressing your customers' pain points.
But it's got to be strategic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Aligned with your sales goals.
So you need to know your ideal customer like the back of your hand.
Just deeply understand them, their challenges, what they want to achieve.
And then create content that speaks directly to that.
Exactly. Like, let's say you're targeting marketers who are struggling with lead gen.
Okay, a common problem.
You could create blog posts, an ebook, even a webinar.
Giving them practical tips.
Answering their questions live.
Instead of just hitting them with a sales call.
You're helping them solve a problem.
Building that trust.
That's how you become a thought leader.
And they're more open to your message when they're ready to buy.
Exactly. But creating all that content takes time, right?
It does. How do you manage it all?
Yeah.
And make sure it reaches the right people.
Technology is key.
Okay.
Tools like CRMs, marketing automation platforms,
Right.
they streamline creation, distribution, even personalization.
We're back to that tailored experience thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Image, someone downloads that lead gen ebook. The CRM tags them, triggers follow-up emails.
Okay.
And you can even personalize those emails further.
Based on their industry, company size.
Their past activity on your website.
It's like having a personal assistant.
You see what they're doing, adjust accordingly.
Powerful stuff.
And then, the best part, real-time analytics.
The data never lies.
You see what's working, what's not.
Email opens, clicks, downloads.
You refine your approach based on real data.
So you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
You're making data-driven decisions.
I like that. Content marketing that's actually smart.
Exactly. Creating content that's informative, engaging, and actionable.
So good that people share it with others.
That's the goal.
It's expanding your reach organically.
That's the power of inbound. Attracting customers, building relationships, creating a community.
This has been super insightful. I'm seeing how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
The data-driven approach, the team, inbound sales, the collaboration.
It's a recipe for growth.
It really is.
But there's one last piece we need to explore.
What's that?
Scaling for predictable growth.
Okay, how do we make sure this keeps working as we get bigger?
That's what we'll cover in the final part of our deep dive. Okay, so we've talked about data, building that amazing team, and, embracing inbound sales.
Right, all key ingredients.
But how do we make sure that success isn't just a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, how do we bottle this up and make it last?
That's where the real magic of Roberge's formula comes in. It might sound simple,
Okay.
but it all comes down to documentation.
Documentation. Interesting.
Roberge is all about documenting every single step of your winning sales process.
So, like, writing down what works.
Yeah. Think of it like a recipe.
Okay, yeah.
Anyone on your team can follow it and get those same delicious results.
So it's like we're creating that sales playbook we talked about.
Exactly. A roadmap for that customer journey.
Even when you hire new people, you don't have to start from scratch.
You've already figured it out.
Right.
Now you're capturing that knowledge so it can be shared.
Okay.
It's like a franchise model.
I see. You've got the secret sauce. Now you're teaching others to make it.
That's it. But, things change, right?
Always. Markets, competition, customer needs, everything's in flux.
Right. So how do we make sure the playbook stays relevant?
Yeah. Doesn't get stale.
Continuous iteration, my friend.
Ah, there it is again.
Roberge isn't saying, write it down and never touch it again.
Gotta stay flexible.
Your playbook, it's alive. You're always tweaking it.
Based on what's actually happening.
Exactly. You're always looking at the data, those key metrics, looking for ways to improve.
So it's like that chef tweaking their recipe.
Perfect analogy.
You might discover a better email subject line or a killer sales script.
And then, boom, update the playbook.
It's about constantly getting better.
Embracing that growth mindset.
Now, wouldn't you say technology also plays a big role in scaling?
Huge role. As you grow, you've got more leads, more customers.
Or complexity?
Tech helps manage all that, keeps things efficient.
It's like the engine of the whole thing.
Exactly. First, you need a solid CRM.
The heart of it all.
Got to handle that growing database. All those interactions.
So many options out there.
There are. Simple ones. Enterprise level. The key is choosing what scales with you.
Right. The right fit for your needs.
And then there's a whole world of sales tech that integrates with your CRM.
Oh, yeah. All those fancy tools.
Marketing automation, sales engagement platforms, AI assistants.
It's overwhelming almost. How do you choose what's right?
You got to understand your sales process first.
Right.
Where are the bottlenecks? What are you struggling with?
Then you can find the tools to address those specific issues.
Technology should solve problems.
Not just add more complexity.
Exactly. It's a tool, not the solution itself.
Oh, always got to keep that in mind.
One last nugget from Roberge.
Okay, hit me with it.
Analyze your sales data. Look for those patterns, the trends.
The insights hiding in plain sight.
That's where you'll find the real goal.
So it's about using data to make smarter decisions.
Constantly experimenting, testing, iterating.
Being a data detective.
That's the key.
Yeah.
This has been an awesome deep dive.
It really has. We've covered so much ground.
We have.
From data-driven everything to building the right team, embracing inbound.
So much good stuff. If you had to pick the biggest takeaway from Roberge's formula, what would it be?
Tough one, but I'd say it's this. Sales success, it's not about luck.
Definitely not luck.
Or just winging it.
Nope.
It's about having that system, that process.
The formula, you can follow it, repeat it.
And never stop looking at the data.
Always be analyzing, tweaking, improving.
Data's your friend.
It's your secret weapon.
So to our listeners out there, think about this. What's one data point you could start tracking today to get those valuable insights?
Yeah, what's one thing you can measure?
Because every piece of data, it's a clue, it's a guide.
Leading you to a better sales strategy.
That's it for this deep dive, folks. Keep those sales engines running.
And remember, data is your friend.
We'll see you next time.